Wow, this is a game changer. The folks behind Tabletop Creator asked me to create my own board game. The truth is, in terms of content creation, I'm very confident. In terms of creating my own board game, I'm pretty much clueless. I did some research and people claim that it's super easy to use. I'll put that claim to the ultimate test myself. First, I'm going to be trying the traditional methods to create a very simple board game, and then I will be using this software, Tabletop Creator, and see if it really makes any difference. I want to compare the two approaches, and my success metrics are going to be time spent, usability, capabilities, and the most important factor, how much fun I had through the process. Then I will be sharing what I liked the most and what I didn't. Let's get started. So here we are ready to create our own board game with the traditional method. And for that purpose, I'm going to be using Canva, which I've been using recently for design purposes. It's free to use as well. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how much time it requires, how easy it is. And then we're going to be comparing it to Tabletop Creator and see the difference. The first thing that you need to ask yourself is what kind of board game I want to create. And in my case, because I'm not such an expert in the board games field, I just started thinking about my own experience. And one of the latest games I played with my friends was called What Do You Mean? And I've chosen this game because it's super easy to understand, super easy also to recreate and take it as an example. So the first thing you gotta do here in Canva would be clicking on presentation. I already did. And then a page like this, a blank page is gonna come up. In my case, I wanted to have things ready. So you can see here, I have my reference of board game. Or you can create your own one from scratch if you're super creative. But for now, we're gonna take like a reference and then we're gonna be just trying to recreate it. So what are the mechanics of this game? Let's read it. It's a funny party card game in which players propose caption cards as a match to a designated main card. The judge of the round chooses the caption that they think is the best match to put a card, and whoever played the card gets a point. As you can see here, this is the meme card that everyone is seeing, like all the players are going to be seeing, and then every single player has to take 7 cards. Every single card has a funny description. You need to match that description card with the meme. And then the judge, which changes every single round, is going to be seeing the description. That's the funniest part of the game. And he's going to be deciding what was the funniest card in that round. Then that person, whoever put that card on the table, is going to get 1 point. In this case, it's for at least 3 players. I played with 4 or 5. I think a good number of users. Then the time is between 30 and 90 minutes. The theme would be cards, game of party. And the mechanics are pretty easy. Have management, player, judge, simultaneous action selection. All right, so in order to start with this, first, we need to create the memes. So for that, I'm just going to go to Google and I'm just going to put meme, basically. Normally you would have like 100 different memes, but for now, it's just an example. Let's take those 4 or 5 that I took. Then we're going to be uploading files. These are going to be our meme cards. Now, if we want to have a really cool board game, we need the cards to look nice. So we need to create a layout. Let's go to Elements, Shapes, and there we're going to start doing this. Let's see how we do it. Right, so one thing that I'm thinking right now is we could create like a frame here. Maybe we can do this. Put a frame on it. And we put it here. So as soon as we do this, it goes automatically. Yeah, that's better. Right. So then I'm gonna have to take all of this, put it here, maybe fill the blank space with the min. Let's see if we can do that. So let's keep it like this, something like this, yeah? And then we're gonna put the name of the board game. Obviously, the original one is What Do You Mean? But we're just recreating it as an example. So we're gonna call it the Mean Game, Mean Challenge. Now that we have this one, we could just duplicate this. And then we can start changing our means. All right, so let's go for the third one. Command C, Command V. For those who use Apple, if not, Control C, Control V. I mean, this doesn't seem like a very easy task to do, to be quite honest with you. It's a little bit tricky. But anyways, let's keep on trying. All right. I mean, yeah, I'm trying to make it look as good as possible, but I know that you would never play a game with these cards, but it's all right. Now we're gonna do the description cards, right? Let's text. Let's make that a bit smaller. Very true. And let's just be creative about it. Okay, so now we have the main cards, yeah, this and this, and then we have the description cards. What we would need to do would be exporting this, downloading it, right? And then we would have to be cutting it with a scissor. Basically, that's my idea. I'm trying to think about different ways of doing this in a more like efficient way. But I don't find it to be quite honest. So that would be it, I guess. Let's see if Tabletop Creator is any different from this. All right, so now let's try to do the same in Tabletop Creator and see the differences. So first thing I'm gonna be doing is creating a brand new folder. So I'm gonna click here and put, now we open, that's gonna be our folder, the projects folder. All right, so what do we have here? So these are the blueprints. It's the placeholder. I guess it's like the layout of card. And let's see what we can do. Oh, this is nice. So this is basically done for us. This is just like the perfect layout, ready to use for our game. We just, I guess, need to change certain things. Yep. So this will be, oh, I like that one. I really like that the size of the letters are changing automatically. That makes it very easy. So we need actually two blueprints, two layouts. One is going to be for the memes, the other one is going to be for the descriptions, right? So for this one, what we're going to need is just an image, I guess. So and then this, which is the image, we're just gonna put it here. And then this, I think it's gonna be, it might be for printing reasons. So when you're printing this card, basically you know the size of it. So this is going to be the layout. Then here, I guess we're going to be putting the images. Let's see how it goes. Let's go back. Here we have blueprint. This is going to be for the memes. And then we're going to do the same. And all right. So right click. And then we have all these options. We're going to just click on duplicate. We have this layout. We're going to go inside. And we're just going to change this. So in this case, instead of an image, we're going to need a description. We're going to get the image. We're going to change it to, oh, beautiful. All right. So now that we have, that was very easy. We have the memes and we have the descriptions. So the next is going to be changing every single layout. So let's see what we have. Okay, so I guess the components is, it would be every single item on the actual game. So let's say we have several different memes. So yeah, this is super easy. And in each one of this, I guess we just go to beautiful. Look at that. Easy peasy. It's very intuitive. That's the first feeling that I'm getting. Done. And now we can come here and just write the text. So the text would be exactly the same. So this is super easy, guys. Like, honestly. And I guess you can start being like more advanced about it. There's a lot of options. And for those who are like very good at board games, I think this could be freaking amazing. I'm gonna be doing more videos about it, so I guess in the future I'm gonna be showing more advanced features. And then I guess you just export it. But there's obviously some things that are not available, I'm saying. And then you can just get the pro version. But honestly, for what I'm saying, the free version is more than enough for those who want to create something like me, just to play with their friends. I guess if you go into more advanced components and variables, it might get a little bit more difficult with the free version. But for what I'm saying right now with you guys, this is more than enough. So I'm just gonna click on PDF. There you go. Wow. You have so many different options. Some of them, to be honest with you, are like overwhelming. It's like, wow, what do I do here? But I think I'll just click on export. All right, guys, so we just exported the board game. Now we're gonna click on it. All right, so this is what I'm saying. And my thoughts are that this is really ready to be printed and it's super ready to use. This is a game changer. Here are the 5 things that I like the most about Tabletop Creator. Number 1, usability. Tabletop Creator has been super easy to use. I'm such an amateur guy when it comes to board games, and as you saw in the video, it just took me a few minutes to start creating my very first board game. Second, user experience. When the people behind Tabletop Creator contacted me and asked me about creating this content for them, the first thing that came to my mind was, this is gonna be really complicated, this is gonna be super technical. But the reality is that when I've been testing it right now, I was very surprised to see how intuitive this was. I don't know much about board game software, but this was an absolute hits game. Third, time. We all live in this crazy and busy world where we don't have any time, and the only time left that we had, we use it to do some laundry. So being able to create my own board game in just a few minutes opened a whole new world in my mind. fourth thing that I love the most about this software, and one of my favorite words in the entire world, free. I developed this completely free. This license that you can download too is free, no money at all, and you can create your own board games in just a few minutes, as I said before. Obviously, if you want to create something more advanced, maybe I could recommend you the Pro version. I've been taking a look into it. I haven't tested yet. I'll do it in another video. But maybe if you just want to work around with it and just want to have fun with it, this is your best option. And the last thing that I love the most about this software, and one of the success metrics that I was using, as I said before, is how much fun I had with the process. Well, when I was using Tabletop Creator, I was just enjoying, and honestly, I was very surprised to be able to make it. It's quite a creative work, and it's always nice to see that you're able to actually do that. So 10 points to this software. And here's the 3 things that I would optimize in Tabletop Creator. Number 1, AI. Yeah, I'm talking about artificial intelligence. It would be absolutely amazing to be able to introduce a prompt and for Tabletop Creator to come up with an incredible board game that you have in your mind in a seamless way. Imagine the crazy ideas that the people will be posting. Number 2, demos. When I think about board games, Tan or Monopoly comes to my mind. It would be incredibly useful to have these examples within the Tabletop Creator interface. Then I personally will be able to just see the structure of a board game like that, also the descriptions, the images, and get inspired whenever I need to create my own board game. Number 3, onboarding. I really missed having a little tour showing me the most basic and important things of the platforms in the very early stages of my journey in Tabletop Creator. For a person like me who doesn't know much about board games, it would be super important to know step 1, 2, 3, or 4, so we don't get overwhelmed with the amount of different possibilities of the program. So Tabletop Creator, an update would be highly appreciated. So going back to the big question, can I create my own board game with Tabletop Creator? Well, absolutely yes, 100%. It took me way less time than expected to get familiar with the software, and after that, it was just super intuitive to create my own board games. And even better, the free version was more than enough to create the board game that I had in mind. I can't wait to create a more sophisticated board game. Comment below if you have some ideas. I'll be choosing the craziest one and put it in action in my next video. Keep dreaming, keep crafting, and keep creating.